Hello and welcome back to another set of notes. I'm Mr. Franklin. Today we're going to be looking at physical changes versus chemical changes. The first thing I want to review is our definitions. A physical change changes an object's size, shape, or state of matter without changing its chemical composition. A chemical change changes a substance's chemical composition. Signs of a chemical change include giving off light, heat, gets cold, gives off bubbles, smoke, or a color change. Let me write those down real quick. Smoke, color change. Okay? The bottom line is a physical change, the substance is the same substance when you're done. So for example, if I take this piece of paper and I tear off a corner, the pieces have changed the way their shape and size, but it's still paper. Whereas if I were to light it on fire, the paper ceases to be paper. The chemical composition of the paper is changed. In the past, you may have learned that a physical change is one you can change back, and a chemical change is one that you cannot. Now that is not true. Any chemical change can be changed back, and even a physical change can be changed back. Now, the hard part is some changes that you try to change back are easier to do than others. Some are quite difficult. But we are going to see in chemistry that we can change chemical changes back. Like we can take water. Hydrogen and oxygen, they're bonded together to make water. You separate the hydrogen and oxygen. Okay? Well, then you can turn around and take the hydrogen and oxygen, separate chemicals, and put them together. Now you got a totally different substance, which is water. So a physical change changes its size, shape, or appearance, but it's still the same thing. A chemical change changes it into a completely different substance. Okay? So let's look at a couple of examples. First, these examples are from your homework, and I highly encourage you that you go back and kind of review that paper when I give it to you. The first one is digesting food. Digesting food, you're breaking down the chemicals that's in your food into chemicals that your body can use. So that's a chemical change. Mowing the grass, what are we doing? You're cutting and changing the size and shape of the grass. So we could say that's a physical change. Okay? A firefly glows in the dark. Now you'd have to know something about fireflies to truly answer that, but in this case, it is a chemical change, and one of the resultant products gives off light. Snow disappears without melting. Now that was confusing for a lot of people, but we talked about one of our vocabulary words, sublimation. Okay? If the temperature and pressure conditions are just right, even water can do this. We generally see it with dry ice, where it's ice and then all of a sudden it evaporates into a gas. So that is a physical change because it's changing state of matter. Okay? It's still water when it's done. It's just not ice, not in the solid state. It is now in the gassy state. An LED glows in the dark. Now this is confusing because a firefly, when it glows in the dark, is because of a chemical change. An LED glows in the dark are meeting some resistance, and that resistance causes things to heat up and you get a light. Okay? It's very true for a light bulb. LEDs, it's slightly different, but it's basically the same principle. So it meets resistance, it gives off light. I'm guessing it's part of the photoelectric effect, which we will learn about some more later. Okay? Part of this, I want you to do is I want you to go back through your homework on this, and those that you missed, I want you to go back and find out if it was a chemical or physical change. Okay? So, once again, a chemical change changes the substance completely, and a physical change only changes its appearance, but it is still the same thing. Okay, thank you very much.